It's time to get your medieval on. Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio are two folks that look like this every day, all day long. Not necessarily. They are because the German Medieval Rosenvolk Festival is coming up October 19th, 20th, and 21st. Joining us in the studio are Catherine and Daniel LeBlanc. But forget those names. Remember them as Saskia and Torvic von Grunwald. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Now, the Rosenvolk Festival, whilst I cannot remember dates, but this is your third, fourth?
This is our
This
fourth.
will be our fourth year.
Yeah, time flies.
It does.
And it started at the convent in Ferdinand. Now it is at the park,
18th
the
Street
18th Street Park in Ferdinand.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let's talk about, let's get the who, what, when, where, why out of the way.
Sure.
Logistics of it.
Okay, so it's October 19th, 20th, 21st. The 19th is actually going to be our student day, which is dedicated to fun, interactive learning and teaching. So we're going to have demonstrators that may not be there the entire weekend, that sort of thing. And then the rest of the weekend is our festival weekend. So
Now, it is, if you've ever been, a different kind of festival.
it very
Because
yeah.
it's, I think some people are used to these being called Renaissance fairs or
Yes.
reenactments. What is the idea behind the Rosenvolk? Because yours is different than other ones.
It's going to involve or evolve into a learning, like a medieval learning center. We will still have our festival, but that has become almost secondary. We're going to have festivals every month once we get onto our permanent site, but we're going to have a culinary school when we get onto our permanent site, and there's going to be a lot of these very, very talented people that want to have schools all year round. So we're going to have like glass blowing and blacksmithing and a lot of different aspects. People that actually hand sew, garb, spinning, that sort of thing, which people will be able to wander into our village all year round and check out all of these wonderful crafts.
And that is when you move from really where you are now to
Right.
you move it. But
For right now.
yeah, right
But-
now we're at the
Right now, what we
further-
have
yeah.
is we have so much to do. We have 3 days. We have the student day on the Friday. Saturday is our big day because we have the masquerade ball at the end of the day. It goes till about 10 o'clock. We have our beer in our mead garden, also homemade root beer,
Root beer.
which
Wow.
is
Yeah.
delicious. We have the joust. Okay, that's full contact. Man gets removed from the horse involuntarily. Jousting. We also have live steel this year, which is basically men in armored suits with blunted steel swords going at it with reckless abandon and maces and whatever else they can pick up off the ground and fight with. It's a demonstration, but it's also an athletic event.
Falconry. We're going to have falconry
We
this
have
year.
falconry. We have our Lands Connects. Every year we have our Lands Connects, the authentic German mercenaries, and they actually teach you how they fought and teach you techniques and such and so on. But we also have a Viking encampment this year, so I'll have some of my peeps, so to speak.
Okay, so you're essentially Vikings.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes. Yes. I'm a late term Viking around the 12th century. So about that time, the Vikings had dispersed, so to speak. They had become part of the Germanic peoples. But these are Vikings of all times.
Mm-hmm.
They were for around 400 or 500 years as a people. But yeah, so we have that. We have the food. We have tons of entertainment for kids, okay, and adults. But we do keep it PGG.
Okay.
We're very family oriented as far as that goes. We have craftspeople. And apparently we have too many craftspeople at this point.
Our village is overflowing this year.
Yes.
We're
and-
looking for spaces to actually put people this year.
That's great.
Yeah, so no, it has evolved quite a bit. Lots of learning. Our blacksmiths are going to be there. Blacksmithing, live blacksmiths. We have constructed for this year an axe throwing unit wagon that will actually be bringing out other places.
events.
Okay.
But it's quite the The Du Bois County Tourism funded the construction of it. So it's part.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the nice thing about this here is from this point on, a certain percentage of the sales will go to the Rosenvolk Education Initiative, which is our a nonprofit education aspect.
Yeah, we got our not-for-profit just about a month ago, so we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
Now, the Rosenvolk part, this is a Germanic
Yes.
festival.
It is,
Right?
yes.
Yeah.
Can you go into that a little bit? Why was that chosen and not, I guess, like the Renaissance Fair kind of theme?
Well, the thing is that throughout the United States, there's 267 Renaissance fairs, approximately. And most of them are themed after either King Henry VIII or Queen Elizabeth. And then from there, there's a lot of British Isles, like they have the Richard Fair and they have Sherwood Forest, so Robin Hood, that sort of thing. Well, when we moved into this area, we started off as a not-for-profit, fundraiser for a not-for-profit educational institute. And the board basically said, this is a German area. They're very proud of their roots, their Germanic roots. And we thought that would be different. Why not? And then that way, as we grow, we can start to reflect, the area's interests. Mm-hmm. And it was really interesting. The first year, it was really funny. After the first year, I was talking to somebody who had German roots, and they didn't realize that there was knights. Actually, the Teutonic Knights are specifically German, and we have a Teutonic Knight, Herr Karl, that actually comes to our event every year. And she said, I thought they were British. And I said, no, the Teutonic Knights were there during the Holy Roman Empire. So it's really interesting because now we're teaching people in the area about their own history, which is really cool, I think.
Well, people really could go for two different reasons. One, because they want to learn. It's going to be an educational experience. And the other is, it's just plain fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Our mission statement is to teach in a fun and interactive way. And that's really a big part of what we're doing. We want kids to get in there and get messy. It's one thing to go to a museum or just to look at stuff, and you see everything and it's all dusty and roped off. We want we want these kids to roll up their sleeves and really get in it.
And one of the nice things we have about, I guess, 5 acres that we fence in for the event because it's a paid event, okay, and it costs us quite a bit to put this on. Sure. But the nice thing is, if you bring your children, you can pretty much just let them loose. It's a pretty safe area. There's always somebody watching. You do not have to dress up like we do, but you can if you want to. And if you don't know where to get the stuff, come to the event, and there are plenty of vendors that will get you dressed,
decked out.
dressed, armored. You'll get all the things that you need to be, to fit in, so to speak. And we encourage that.
Now, there is an admission. Do you have like a 2-day pass or a 1-day pass?
We do this
year.
We do this year. Yes, last year a lot of people were like, "Oh, we want to go all 3 days." So we do have a pass for all 3 days. It's $20 for the adults, and I can't quite remember how much. I think
The price for kids?
I can't remember. Sorry, but
Okay, that's all right.
But we have
It's less than
actually
20
lowered.
bucks, right? So that's,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, so that's all I need
Well,
to know.
it's $5 a day. The kids are like $5 to get in. We even lowered the admission for the kids because we know that there's a lot of people around here with a lot of children, and we wanted to make it completely affordable for everybody.
Normal for a single day pass for adults, Saturday and Sunday is going to be $12.
Okay.
Now on Friday, correct me if I'm wrong, it's $5 for,
Everybody, even the adults.
yeah.
Because it's more of an educational day. Like you're still going to get a lot of really fun events going on. I mean, don't think it's all academic and boring, but
Yes.
it's still a lot of fun. We have people there, the Norseywood Fair coming, and they're going to be doing crafts with the children.
We have that children's circus as well, don't we?
Oh yes, we have Turner Circus, and it's a children's circus, which means that there's children performing, because we want to encourage as many children to perform as possible, so that there's going to be aerial acts. But unfortunately, their full act is going to be on Saturday. They're not going to be there on Sunday.
Okay.
But we are going to have the unicorn on Sunday. So that will sort of make up for the aerial circus.
Doug is coming back.
Doug Rosenvolk, one of our own, who was born and raised here in Jasper, is coming back from California to do his Fool and His Family act. So that's really wonderful.
Well, yeah, your performers, people may go, I don't know anybody around here that dresses up like that except you two. But you bring them in from all over the place who come in because this is their thing.
We even have, believe it or not, we have a vendor, just a vendor, selling her wares coming from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So we have them coming from, we have vendors coming from Wyoming. Is that WY?
Yeah.
Wyoming?
Yeah.
Yeah, like vendors come from all over the United States. Doug and his family are coming from California. Our jousters are coming from Canada. One of our vendors are coming from Canada. We have our Lands Connects coming from Florida. You know, it's just you cannot see all of these people in one place like you can in the Rosenvolk.
And we have some of the people coming back from our previous years. We have Grumpy Pants coming back.
Yeah, our first year. Ebenezer Grumpy.
Bluebeard will be back.
Ebenezer Grumpy.
So yeah, no, we are a multicultural
Yes,
event.
and we have to thank the Friends of the Arts for
Yes.
helping us with our jousters, because that's very expensive to bring in.
But you know, you can watch this on TV. You can read about it. You can look at pictures. But to actually be there and experience, and to hear the noise in real time, so to speak, and to actually get the feel of the horses as they,
Yes.
thunder towards each other, or the knights fighting, right in front of you, and you can
Yes.
go at any angle you want to watch it. It's just a different experience.
Well, it's really funny that you said that, because we had someone come up to us and they said, we thought that the jousting was just play acted, which they do. Believe it or not, in many Renaissance fairs, they don't actually hit each other. It's all scripted out, kind of like in medieval times dinner tournament. They know ahead of time which knight is going to win the tournament. But with our knights, it's a real extreme sport, and they actually hit each other and they get knocked off of their horses.
And they do get hurt.
And,
yes.
and they said when they heard the sticks actually crack, like it just reverberates through the whole park, and they went and they said, it just kind of took their breath away when they realized they're actually getting hit, and they're actually, doing this for real.
And for those people who are worried about the horses, these horses are rescued horses. They take very, 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 very good care of the horses. In fact, if a knight hurts a horse, even
They're
accidentally, the knight gets kicked out.
Yeah.
The horse is far more valuable to them than anything else.
They're like family.
They are like family. It's important that people understand that this is not. What's interesting. One of the most interesting things I found about jousting is the lance is 11 feet long. It's 11 feet long for a reason, and the reason is to protect the horse.
It is.
So when
Okay.
it breaks, when the lance breaks, it doesn't break within the range of the horse.
Can't pop. Okay.
So, we want to make sure that that's out there. A lot of people are concerned about the horses, and they should be. We are concerned, of course. I mean, these are,
living beings.
living beings. So.
What are the actual times of the events? Because I know you're Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and like Saturday's kind of the latest night. Is it? How do your
is.
hours work for
Well, actually, the Friday night is late too,
Okay.
because we're trying to entice our locals to come. We have the craft beer and the mead garden, and we're going to have entertainment in there for them. But it actually starts at 8 o'clock for the schools. Because that's
In
when
the
they
morning,
start in
okay,
the morning,
yeah, right.
and then it goes till 10 in the evening. And we start early because of the schools, and then the next day it's from 10 till 10. So it's from 8 to 10 the Friday, and you can stay all day. Obviously, they can't have the children with the beer and mead garden, but then it's 10 till 10, and from 6 to 10 is our masquerade ball. And then the next day is our short day, the Sunday, and it goes from 9 in the morning until, I think this year we decided 5, because it starts to get dark at that time
Sure.
of year. So it allows our
A lot of our
vendors
vendors need to break down. They literally break down, and they're on the road going to their next event at 5 o'clock. So, and for those people who don't know what mead is the original alcohol, literally the original alcohol. It's made from honey. It's a honey wine. They also have a carbonated version, which is kind of an ale. Black Dragon Meadery it has been our mead master for the last 4 years. 18 awards. It is absolutely delicious. Come try Black Dragon Meadery.
Meadery.
It is really good. We were just up in Michigan visiting, and we had the pleasure of sampling several different of his flavors, because it's not just the honey. It's a honey with a raspberry. It's a honey with a elderberry, honey with all these different flavors, and it's absolutely delicious.
And so again, this is October 19th, 20th, 21st.
Correct.
At Ferdinand's 18th Street Park.
Yep.
There is one admission gate, because the whole thing is gated off, I guess.
It's all
Yeah.
fenced in.
Okay,
It's fenced
so there's
in.
one entrance, and parking is easy at the 18th Street Park. There's plenty of parking around the town of Ferdinand, and if you need to, you could probably park at the high school and walk down through the trails
Yes.
to get there as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Can you get tickets online?
Yes.
we can. You can go to our website, www.rosenvolk.com. There's a link in there. However, we are also negotiating right now with Groupon.
Okay.
So.
That might be or just buy them at the gate.
Or buy them
Yeah,
at the
buy
gate.
them right there at the gate.
Yeah.
And
Please bring cash. We have had some problems.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, the problem, we have been able to do it, but it's very sketchy, unfortunately.
The internet there is not very good, and that makes it so that the electronic devices that we need to
The card
work
thing.
the cards,
It's a
we
little
are
bit
trying
hard.
to solve that problem.
It's very
Bring
hit
cash.
and miss, so bring cash. It'll
Yeah.
make it
It's
easier.
good that we point that out, because a lot of people don't have cash anymore. You need to bring cash. Well, thanks both of you for coming in.
Oh, thank
Looking
you.
forward to
Having us.
another great, for the 4th time, Rosenvolk Festival. It'll be held at the Ferdinand 18th Street Park. We have had as our guests Saskia and Torvic von Grunwald. They're real personas. And then in their real life, they are Catherine and Daniel LeBlanc. Thanks to both of you coming in. Once again, the Rosenvolk Festival is the 19th, 20th, 21st at the 18th Street Park. A great time. You can also go online. What is your website?
www.rosenvolk, which is ROS as in Sam, E, N like Nancy, Volk like Volkswagen, so V as in Victor, OLK.com.
What does Rosenvolk stand for? Volk is folks, isn't it?
Yes,
It's people of the rose.
it's people.
People of the Rose. All right.
Yes, named after my mom, actually.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to seeing you on that weekend. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We're local people watching local people.